Lush underwater gardens exist all around you. They're often called the rainforests of the oceans. Within them, all types of marine life find their home and protection. Full of vibrant colors, unique shapes, and textures, let's explore all about coral reefs. And also living stones in the dry, arid desert. Be like living stones. Come to him, a living stone, rejected by human beings, but chosen and precious in the sight of God. And be like living stones. Let yourselves be built into a spiritual house to be a holy priesthood, to offer spiritual sacrifices acceptable to God through Jesus Christ. You are a chosen race, a people of his own, so that you may announce the praise of him who called you out of darkness into his wonderful light. Did you know there are actually living stones?
What? Stones are not alive.
The stones you often see around you are not, but there are a very special kind of plant called lithops that are actually called living stones. These interesting plants come in 300 different varieties and are native to southern Africa. They are succulents, which are plants that can go long periods of time without water and survive in very hot conditions. Lithops have two stemless, fat, flat leaves that are fused with a gap down the middle. The remaining part of the plant lives underground, which keeps it safe from the African sun and any animals that may want to eat it. Their big leaves can store enough water to live for months without rain, and their leaves allow light in so the plant can use it to create food for itself through photosynthesis. Isn't that neat?
Yes, I have never seen them before.
Albert, hi, how are you? We are learning about living stones that grow in the hot African desert. Do you ever go there?
Yes, peregrine falcons live all over the world, on every continent, except for Antarctica. They even live in Africa. A special fact about Albert is once he mates with a female falcon, the female becomes his mate for life. Each year, they find each other again, and the female will lay 2 to 4 baby falcons in eggs, which is called nesting.
Aw, they find each other every year? That's so cool.
I know. Now let's learn more about these remarkable living stones called lithops. If we are called living stones in Scripture, we can learn from how God created these lovely plants to grow. They only need water twice a year and grow in beautiful colors and patterns that look just like the stones they are next to. Then, once a year, guess what happens?
What?
They bloom. There's a middle slit between their leaves that holds a meristem, which produces flowers and new growth. So even though it is not easy to survive in the conditions they are in, they reserve exactly what they need to thrive and bloom, just like God calls us to do. It's not always easy in this life, but God gives us exactly what we need. We can take care of our bodies through food, water, and shelter, and feed our souls by praying and receiving Jesus in the sacraments. Through these ways, we will bloom and share our special gifts with the world, just like the living stones do.
I love to paint.
That's a gift to share.
I love to create.
That's important too. God gave each of you special gifts to share with people everywhere. Every gift matters. Now let's go with Albert to the oceans and learn the gifts that sea coral and sea anemone share with all of us. They are amazing creatures that help us all. Sea coral look like water plants, but guess what? They are not plants at all, but are living animals. They are a part of the class Anthozoa, along with sea anemones, sea pens, and sea fans. These stunning animals live in the water, have stinging cells within their tissues, and have a single opening that is their mouth and where they discard waste. Surrounding this important opening of theirs are stinging structures called nematocysts.
What?
These cells protect them and can contain dangerous toxins or be sticky. All of these animals make up coral reefs, and coral reefs are known as the rainforests of the ocean because they contain such diverse life within them. The multiple living reefs of our world cover more than 360,000 square miles, and 25% of all ocean life that we know about live within them. The reefs also protect many habitats in the ocean from daily erosion from waves or big storms. They truly serve as incredibly important building blocks for marine life to thrive. Just like living stones are built up into a spiritual house for God in the Bible.
How do they grow in the water?
That's a great question. Coral reefs form when stony coral polyps create skeletons of calcium carbonate. Over time, they can grow to be massive in size, some weighing in the thousands of pounds. A few types of stony coral polyps are candy cane coral, Montipora, Acropora, and brain coral.
Whoa, it looks exactly like a brain!
It does! And look at this special soft coral commonly called mushroom coral. These guys are described as one of the best neighbors in the ocean. When fully opened, they look like a beautiful flower. And when closed, they look similar to a mushroom. This type is found off the coast of California and does well in rocky environments. When it gets disturbed, it gives off a stunning blue light. It bioluminesces.
Why?
Scientists still haven't figured it out yet. Isn't that fascinating? Look at the colors of these clove polyps. They are soft coral as well. Aren't they incredible? And these are called zoanthids.
It's like fireworks under the sea.
True. These are sea anemones. These animals come in all different colors and are polyps that spend most of their lives attached to reefs or rocks. Most often, they have cylindrical bodies with an adhesive foot and sticky, stinging tentacles around their mouth, which they use to catch their food. Even though they spend most of their lives attached to rocks, they can detach themselves to flow with currents, or some can actually swim using their tentacles.
Creepy and cool.
I know, what interesting animals. There are over 1,200 kinds of sea anemones, and some of the most colorful types are rose bubble-tip anemones, carpet anemones, and rock anemones. These special creatures often live up to 100 years.
Wow! I want to go and see them.
How varied are your works, Lord? In wisdom you have shaped them all. The earth is full of your creatures. Look at the sea, great and wide. It teems with countless beings, living things both large and small. Psalm 104.
Albert, the sea is amazing. What else can we see?
Look at these sea pens. Aren't they beautiful? They are named sea pens because of the way they look. They resemble the old quill pens that early civilizations used to write with. They live in all kinds of temperate and tropical waters, and each have 8 tentacles. When they get disturbed, they glow a bright green.
Do scientists know why they glow?
No, they aren't sure why sea pens glow either.
Wait, scientists can figure out how the Earth moves around the sun, but they can't figure out how these creatures glow?
There are still so many things to discover in God's wonderfully mysterious world. These are sea fans. They are a type of coral called octocoral because of their 8 tentacles that are attached to each polyp of theirs. They extend their fan-like tentacles to catch prey to eat, such as plankton or bacteria, which are floating by in the water currents. Sea fans provide home for fun creatures such as pygmy seahorses and sponges on their branches. They are beautiful to look at and soothing to witness sway back and forth in the ocean. A delight for scuba divers and marine aquarium enthusiasts. St. Albert the Great even observed sea anemones during his life centuries ago and noted their body felt just like that of flesh. He wrote that anemone is aware of all that approach it, and when it gets afraid, immediately draws itself back into the rock.
St. Albert observed almost everything. He loved creation, didn't he?
He sure did. He saw God's hand and perfect order in all of his discoveries throughout nature, just like you should.
Albert, living stones and coral reefs are awesome.
There are still so many wonders to explore. Where can you take us to next?
You tell us. Where should Albert take us to next? Go to albertthefalcon.com and tell us where Albert should take us on his next expedition.